One here. It's almost like a Skype call with Tim and with SocialCrush in North Carolina. Is that where you are?
Yeah, sure
North
enough.
Carolina.
Yeah, good morning, my friend.
Good morning. He's got a garage. He's just sitting at a garage sale. As a
That's it. Yeah, I'm
he's
doing
on
my part for the family.
he's on the side there.
That's right.
Anyway, tell us about what you just found. How we kind of connected on this hangout. I was looking at it, the same app you are. What was the app that you just installed?
Yeah, I was just tinkering around. I saw posted on your wall or my wall. It's called uh, Google Plus plugin, and it syncs up with everything, Twitter, Facebook, and it's supposed to bring all of the links over where some of the other plugins that we've been using. You know, you've got to like if you post to Facebook, it just gives the name of the person that it's inheriting from. But it looks like this is actually going to pull over the whole video and the links and everything like that. So we'll see how that works. But I love what Google Plus is doing to open this thing up more than what Facebook is doing, where they're kind of shutting stuff down, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try that too. No verdict yet because I haven't tried it, so we'll see.
Yeah, I think give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's SocialCrush. So you guys are kind of like, would you say you're like a little mini traveling South by Southwest, or you have conferences and things? What do you guys
I
do?
would take that as a big compliment. Yeah. We do a lot of traveling around to grassroots. We're more of a small to medium-sized business owners who have, to a greater degree, been left out in the cold a little bit from getting real hands-on advice from the big players from Google and Facebook and others that are being very successful like HubSpot. And so all these companies are helping us out and partnering with us, and they're coming, and we're helping small businesses learn how to use these things for their industry. And it's really a beautiful thing to see.
Oh, that's cool. HubSpot's a pretty cool outfit. They've come to Austin for a few. They piggyback. I've seen them piggyback on other similar type events. You know, they like to go to events and that. And they're like an SEO operation.
Yeah, they're very smart. They're in fact, Grader.com is their whole tool set now. So you know they used to have Twitter Grader and Facebook Grader and website Grader, but now they've created Grader.com, and in there is all of their tools. There's about 9 of them, and they're all free, and they're very, very helpful for doing like brand assessments and branding your own or looking at your competitors. It's a great tool, but they're providing now for SocialCrush a whole stack of reference guides, up to date, compliments of HubSpot. So they're just a great little company. I really think the world of them.
So you guys are on tour. I'm showing you on my video here, but I'm also showing your website. You're kind of
Cool.
side by side here, and it says that you are going to Wilmington, North Carolina. It's sold out, and then Columbia, South Carolina in August, Charlotte in September, Nashville in October, and then you said you may be coming to Austin. What are your thoughts on coming to Austin, Texas?
Well, I'm an Austin, Texas fanatic. Hook 'em horns.
Okay, hook 'em horns.
Yep. Sorry about Vince Young. I'm real upset about it. I heard that news yesterday. But Austin. I love Austin. We're looking forward to coming there sometime early next year. We've got Napa and Salt Lake City in February and Indianapolis in early March. But we're looking to fit Austin in as soon as possible. And as you and I were talking, maybe it's a good idea to come in right closer to South by Southwest. So if anybody has any suggestions, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah. If anybody has any ideas, would you spend, instead of spending a week or 10 days in Austin, would you spend 2 or 3 weeks in Austin if there was like a bookend type event there?
You don't have to pull, you don't have to pull my leg. I'm a huge Austin fan. And I love my South by Southwest, so yeah, that ain't no big deal.
Yeah, you could save on some jet fuel if you
You
did
ain't
that.
kidding. Yeah, that'd save the economy and keep
Yeah,
our ozone layers all straight.
yeah.
So
There you
whatever we
go.
can do, right?
Absolutely. So what are your other interests besides going and having social crush events around the nation?
Well, I tell you, we're a big enterprise corporate strategic planning company. So we do we do about 10 corporate brand assessments a year, where we go in and identify what their real presence is, what their competitors are doing, where the overlap is, where they're doing something really strong, something maybe that the company that hired us is overlooked. And then we strat out a complete strategy map for them, um, on what the business plan should be by quarter, and we give them to that to implement. We don't do a lot of the implementation. That's why they can use a local company to help them with those things. But we try to help companies build their strategy right. Sometimes we have to go back and blow the whole thing up because they've just done it all. Their business page is a personal profile. Their Twitter account is just a mess. Everything needs cleaned up, so we have to come in and kind of scrub it all up and get it prepared for them to grow ahead.
What would you call that kind of like a social media assessment? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
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 What tools do you recommend to people to use in terms of like control panels, like say Hootsuite or things like that are more on a business level? What would you say to that?
Yep. There's tons of them. So from tools like SM2 or Spiral 16, which are very good tools, all the way up to a Radian 6. You can go all the way with a Radian 6 that has all kinds of great, fantastic listening tools and reporting. The best reporting I've seen is from Spiral 16. Their reporting they do is they're based out of Kansas City, and I tell you, I went and visited their complex, and it was fantastic. I would include HubSpot in there and Grader.com, because if you go to Grader.com, they offer a whole free suite of tools that you can compile some very, very good data. We also use SocialCrush, or SayItSocial.com has a management suite that does everything, including everything that Hootsuite does, but so much more. It's the first complete management tool, and it's very inexpensive. That's one of the reasons that we acquired their company 10 days ago.
Oh wow!
The press release hit on Tuesday. We acquired their company specifically for that tool.
Breaking news.
Hey, right here. See that? Again, the value of hanging out, right?
Yeah, right. And we could have somebody pop in on us at any time. It's an open
We'd
hangout.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love it.
It's just a little bit early in the day here. Most of the really happening hangouts are at night, aren't they? Have you been in quite a few hangouts on Google Plus? And I'd like to get your thoughts in general about Google Plus.
I love Google Plus. I think the potential is great. Is it going to kill Facebook? No. But I think what you have with Google is, if you look at what they have with 1 billion plus users already that use Google, everybody when they want to go search for something, they don't go Yahoo it, they Google it. It's vernacular in our language. All the applications that Google provides, YouTube, all the other things that they provide with Google Docs and Google Voice and all these things that they're integrating right into the browser, is, when you compare that to Facebook, Facebook looks almost 10 years behind. Now, how will the functionality work? They've got a lot of things they need to add, but I'm tickled to death so far with the field test. Again, this is still a closed. It's not open to the public yet, so we're working through all this stuff. But like Google Hangouts, I love Google Hangouts. And I use GP Hangouts for if we're going to do more than 9. GPHangouts.com is a great place to start your Hangouts. You just grab your ID and your name and what you want to call it, and you start your Hangout there, and it'll post here to your wall. But while you're here, everybody over 9, hundreds of thousands of people can watch the whole thing live on GP Hangouts.
We're at about our 10-minute limit for YouTube, which is where I push most of these. So
Sure.
let's wrap this up and let's do another one because there's a lot more questions I have for you.
Okay, well, let's just call this part 1, and sounds great.
All right, I'm going to click the button, and this is Paul Terry Walhus with Spring.net in Austin, Texas, and give us your contact information so people can follow you and so forth.
Well, first off, I love Paul, so make sure you check him out. And I am Tim at Tim Moore here on Google+. I'm Tim Moore on Twitter, Tim Moore on Facebook. And on my Google+, if you just go to About, you'll find all my channels. Love to connect with you.